Good evening. It's hard to believe that China's Ding Junhui first won this Coral United Kingdom Championship as an 18-year-old some 9 years ago. He's grown up, boy to man, before our very eyes and has now reached the point where he's almost at the ultimate. He is provisionally ranked #1 in the world, and a good run here in York this year will cement that position. But Ding wouldn't have things all his own way tonight. Well, Ding is facing Blackpool's James Cahill, the lowest ranked survivor here in York this year, #100 in the world, but playing to a standard that is way better than that. The 18-year-old's already seen off the wily and experienced campaigners Mark King and Andrew Higginson, but he well remembers a snooker lesson meted out to him by Ding. James was a 16-year-old, and the Chinese ace beat him 4-1 in a minor event and knocked in a maximum break in the last frame for good measure. Well, what an extraordinary match this has been. Ding Junhui made a 1-3-4 in the opening frame. We thought, well, here we go again, and I'm sure that James did too. He knocked in a century in the next to make it 1-all, and from then went 5 frames to 1 in front. In fact, he was so close to going over the line. There he is, James Cahill. Just needed to pot a green into the middle pocket, and he would have been over the line. But Ding took it to go 2 frames to 5 behind, and now we are at the point where James is facing a very formidable opponent here. He's got it back to 4 frames to 5. Can he stay in this? The officially ranked world #3 is struggling, but is certainly staging quite a comeback here. It's Steve Davis and Dennis Taylor who have been enjoying this one. My, live snooker, gentlemen, live at the Barbican Centre at this time of the night once again, eh?
Yeah, bringing back memories, that is, Hazel. You can't beat live snooker at this time of the evening, and young James Cahill has been a revelation in this match. Could quite easily have won it 6-1. Oh, he needs that red to come to his rescue. Do you know, it might have. He has left Ding right in amongst it, but all of a sudden he's got it safe. The red's blocking the path. I must show you a shot. This was the one to win the match 6-1. He pots the red. If he finishes in any colour there, he's perfect. He cannoned the brown. He's blocked the blue. The brown won't go past the blue. If he misses the brown, he wins the match 6-1. But he's still in with a good chance. Ding has to win this frame and the last.
A clever shot from Ding Junhui coming up now. Well, he's not got that cue ball as close to the black as I thought he was going to. There may even be a path for James Cahill to cut a red in the middle pocket. He really didn't play that as well as he could have done.
Boy, what a shot this is he's taking on.
The second red's easier, I think. can get through the gap to that one.
Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. Now, is that red blocking both yellow and brown? I don't think so. If the brown goes, it's an early chance. So that clever shot that we thought Ding had played didn't work out as he intended.
5. Six.
Well, James Cahill may not get another chance as good as this in the match. He'd love to take this now, seal the match. There's enough loose threads, he can get his cue arm going again after Ding's been occupying the table. Not absolutely sure what he's doing here. Okay. It's not ideal, but I think he can get through
11.
to at least one red.
It's awkward, Steve. He's got the red, but he's having to cannon another red. And the black is hampered into the left corner pocket. This is slightly more awkward. Yeah, you can't avoid the cannon here, so this is a key early shot coming up. He's got to cannon the other red, screw it back. Oh, he took his eye off the pot again. He didn't get any screw onto it. He might have got away with this again.
11.
Yeah, I think he may have made a mistake playing the blue a couple of shots before instead of the brown. He really didn't know what was going on with the cue ball there.
Do you know, I'm just wondering if he didn't get a kick there, because he played it with screw and nothing seemed to happen. I just detected that the red maybe jumped a little bit. Let's have another look at this. Yeah, that red jumped, so maybe it wasn't all James's fault there.
Well, he missed the red by some distance thin, so I think it was a bit of a... He was hoping to blast his way back out with screw back.
Well,
if he'd have hit it a bit thicker, it might have changed the shot, but Ding's just quite happy now to clear the black spot. Not a great shot. Would have liked the cue ball tight on the cushion. We did say a couple of frames ago, Dennis, that Ding seemed to have changed his percentages fractionally. No need to take any risky shots and hopefully let James Cahill make a few mistakes, and that has happened to some degree.
Yeah, he's called on all his experience against this young player who I have been very, very impressed with. I've said it numerous times in this match. First time I've really watched him play, and he's got a very solid technique, but boy is he going to need it now.
That's a marvellous shot. Very unlucky. Don't think any damage is being done, has it? Wouldn't want to be leaving the cue ball there if there was a pot on. Has he spotted a plant?
Dear.
Yeah.
Well, if he takes the plant on, he's playing it in such a way that he may not leave anything, and he could be on the black, but there's a bit of distance between these. Oh, that's not easy, is it?
Of course, tight. Oh, he could have got it.
I think it was a half attempt, because look where he's put the cue ball. But he definitely went for the plant there. think it was the third frame. It was a bizarre frame. We finished up with all the reds and most of the colours up the other end of the table, and that lasted for 46 minutes. Most unusual frame. Both players have had century breaks, though. I've enjoyed every frame in this match, and it's great to see a young player trying to beat one of the game's greats. Now that's a good shot. That's what you're looking for. You want to get close to the cushion to stop the player from playing a similar type shot. And it's going to be one of those awkward frames. You see, you can only see a little bit of that cue ball, so you can't really create the backspin.
He's looking down to this bottom corner, the yellow pocket. There's that red in the middle pocket that's a danger. Of course, you could just lay on the cushion with the two reds, Dennis. Catch this right.
Because what happens, it bounces, so it takes all the backspin out of it. So he's got something to think about, and not rushing things here. You see, there's a red that's just this side of the pink spot that would go into the right middle pocket. I think he's looked at the possibility of taking that, and could he leave the white in such a way as it would be safe, but there's no safe spot on the table if he attempted that.
I was thinking that he could play the red on the left, most left on the table, and hide behind the other red, but actually I don't think it's on, so he's really jacked up in the end now. He's got to time this right. He didn't get enough side spin on. Ding Junhui's going to have a pot in the middle pocket at the very least. But it's not certain.
He's got a great chance of a snooker in behind the black if he doesn't fancy that red in the middle.
The red he's eyeing up into the other middle pocket has some degree of difficulty. He hasn't even looked at the red into the left middle pocket. And I think he's just decided to keep it tight here. Try and force errors from his opponent. No risk snooker.
Similar type shot here to get the white back behind the black, but once again he's got to get the butt of the cue up in the air and play it with right hand side. Can he make a better job of it this time? Not easy. Now where's the red going?
He's got a good white though.
Advantage. James Cahill.
Yeah, this might take some solving.
Might be forced into taking the pot on this time.
No, I don't think so. I just don't think Ding's in that mode at the moment.
Well, if there's no safety shot on, what do you do?
Yeah, you're right. I think he's looked at playing the red on the side cushion. That's and then jacking the cube up a bit himself and screwing back to the top cushion. I know he's tight on the cushion, or relatively tight to the cushion. Perhaps he's tighter than I think.
Well, it's just a little bit of distance between the cue ball and the cushion, but not a lot, as you can see. Oh, great shot. Absolutely superb from that position.
Fantastic shot.
I mean, it's hard to just tell you how difficult, but the white, how many times has the white bounced before it got to the red there? That was
5.
terrific. 5 times. You were counting, Steve.
Similar shot for James Cahill. Red colliding into the blue. Oh, that would have been the fluke of all time if that red had gone in.
Let's have a look at that. I said it was bouncing. Let's see if we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steve Davis was right again.
It's always 5.
Well, it's a similar pattern to that frame I mentioned, the third frame where all the balls went up the other end of the table. It's happening again here. Now this is coming back up. It needs the other red just to stop it, and it's not going to stop it.
Oh. It's not really a tempter. Be some pot this would be into the middle pocket.
Well, he's looking at it. If the red had to come just a few more inches up the table, it would have been better, but
surely not. Well, this is a brave shot. I don't think he's anywhere on the table he can get safe. He doesn't have to play this pot. He can play safe like Ding Junhui's been playing.
it's there, you know. It's a great shot from the young man.
What a fantastic pot. So missable. Trusting that the ball rolled straight and true. And now a chance.
I'm trusting to that very solid cue action that he has. It stood him in good stead there. Now can he hold himself together? There's plenty of reds. He's got the let's have a look. If he pots this red and got on the blue, it would help to get it back on its spot. Doesn't have to play for the blue, but it would be a big help.
He's got, yeah, sorry Dennis.
8.
That's what he's done.
He's got 8 incredibly easy reds. Including the one he's just potted.
Yes, just holding yourself together. I'm getting excited here because it's a big moment in this young player's career. It really is. I mean, to be playing one of the top players, number 3 in
40.
the world, and okay, could have won 6-1, but if he closes it out here, what a performance. So
the one place he didn't want to leave himself was dead straight on this, and he's just got round there, potted that red, and has left himself dead straight. Okay, it's not end of break and nowhere near that, but it's more or less the only way it could go wrong.
yeah, if you're not certain, James, just give yourself the extra few seconds and make sure you play the correct shot. That's not bad. He's got the one up into the right corner pocket, and
19.
can he hold himself together here? Davy Morris
20.
pulled off a fantastic win against Mark Selby. This would be just as big a shock here.
Straight again. I know where he's looking, looks like he's got a bit of an angle, fraction of an angle. He's going to be very close to over the line by the time he gets to the difficult reds, I feel, here.
A little bit more to do now with this. Plenty aside.
26.
He's played it well.
Not too sure that was how it was played, but he's on the red.
31.
What a way to win the match if he can convert this.
Ding, come on strong, winning 3 frames in a row. It was a long way back. He had to win all 5 frames. He keeps his head so still on the shot,
32.
James. Once again, he's not perfect on the pink.
Left-handed?
Well, he was thinking about it because he's very good left-handed, but, you know, keep everything as easy as possible. This is just another little bit of a tough shot, but he's going to play it left-handed. Boy, he must have a lot of confidence. He looks good with the opposite hand. I tell you what, very impressive there from young James. He's only
38.
19 years of age and he's played that shot with the opposite hand.
Didn't just pot it, controlled the
39.
cue ball. He's looking like the winner, Dennis.
44.
Well, I've been impressed with him throughout this match. I really have. Ever since he made that century break to level. Oh, he hasn't hit that.
45.
That was just a little bit of tension creeping in there. It just needed to screw back and leave a nice straightforward brown.
God, he could have done anything, but now he's left himself a problem. He's now having a count up. He knows he needs another red.
Well, we know he's good with his opposite hand. How good is he with the rest? Because if he takes the brown, he'll have to use the rest. He's looking at the blue now. But that was a 56, 61. Oh.
As long as he can avoid the middle pocket, the screw back shouldn't be out of his reach. He's got lots of power. He's now got a tempting cut.
50.
It's amazing. If he misses the yellow,
He's over.
it's all over, isn't it? But, well, there's tension all around the place here, and that's his mum, Maria, there, so.
He hasn't got to do anything with the cue ball, he's just got to pot the red. Makes it a lot easier.
There's that cue ball. It's nowhere near the pocket. Well, he's got 1 foot or 1 hand in the next round because
51.
the pink to make absolutely sure.
But he's deserved it, the way he's clinched this frame. I don't think Ding's going to be coming back to the table.
Well, how do you describe how this young man must be feeling inside?
57.
He must be absolutely delighted. Look at that little smile. You can see the smile on his face, and why not? He's put in a fabulous performance here. Ding went a little bit off the boil, but I'll tell you what, James didn't have to put him under pressure. 58. The difference
James
white, and he just dropped the red,
57.
and I think he's just too excited. Just rolled the red in, and Ding doesn't come back to the table. But 68, he's in the next round. I think he did get so excited there, didn't he? All he did, rolled the red in, and for some reason he decided to try and punch it in. Let's have a look at this. Just roll it in, James. Don't be trying to do anything with it.
One.
He just doesn't want to give up, Ding. It's a long way back, but if it wasn't the last frame, he probably would have conceded, but he feels there's a glimmer of hope there. It's not much.
Seven.
He needs 11 points in penalties.
And that's the equivalent to 3
8.
4-point snookers.
If he gets the chance, pots the pink, pots the red to the right, pots the black and tries to play a snooker, leaving the last red on the table, and then hope for some sort of miracle free ball situation. Excellent shot.
14. Yeah. $50.
Well, he's managed to pot them all, and as Steve said, if he pots the black, there is a chance of the first of the snookers. There's always the chance you could get a free ball, so if he can send this red around the table and get it somewhere close to the yellow.
22.
He's got to make sure he gets the snooker though, but if he can get the red close to a colour, it'll make it difficult to escape from. Now there's the snooker behind the black, and the red's going pretty
22.
close to the yellow. And suddenly James is looking at the scoreboard. He's walked around the table and he's thinking, what have I done? I should have rolled that red in and shook hands. I could have been in my press conference now.
James Cahill's just got to find a route around the table, as long as he gets relatively close to the red, in such a way that he doesn't go past it and leave a free ball. The way he's going has a chance of leaving a free ball.
That's the way he can get to the red.
Doesn't really want to go around the back and then come up behind the yellow.
He's round the back.
A free
Foul.
ball.
It's a free ball.
Ding Junhui 4. Free ball.
Just the wrong way to go. He picked the wrong route. There was another route that would have guaranteed no free ball. That was going off the other side of the table.
Yeah, because no miss can be called when snookers are needed. But all of a
Yellow.
sudden, Ding is not finished just yet. Needs to get on the black. Needs a big bounce here. He's got it.
1.
Well, I'm not saying that Ding Junhui's going to win this frame. He's got a lot more work to do yet, but James Cahill You should have thought about. You should have thought about the route he was going to take.
Well, it's not that. It's the red with a long rest. Just roll it in.
8.
The match is over.
As well. Yeah, you're right.
But Ding has got to get to the black off this.
Yeah, so
I mean,
many.
We've got to show you it again. What's he doing here? Just roll that in.
I don't think he thought he could miss it. That's why I think he played it like that. Ding doesn't have to pot the red if he doesn't feel as if he can get on the black. If he's a bit too straight, he can play safe.
No, he's got to go for this.
That's
What a shot.
Fantastic shot. It really is.
9.
What a brilliant effort this has been from Ding Junhui. OK, he's had some help from James Cahill, but what a fantastic shot that is to get anywhere near the black.
Well, it's still a tough black, and James knows that the green's awkward. Wow. What an amazing finish.
16.
No, he's coming up short. He's coming up a long way short.
18.
He wanted to be right in behind the green. Another 12 inches across the table, and he would have been in with a chance of getting the green. It'd be hard to see how James can come out for the last frame if he was to lose this one. My goodness. And this is a pretty good shot that Ding has played here.
18.
The middle pocket is slightly in the way down the right side of the table. It's a natural where the green is finished. If he was to hit where the middle pocket was, that's the natural angle. This way he's got to put lots of side on it to create the angle. A little touch of left hand side. This looks good. Looks very good. Might be back in a snooker again though. I bet he can't believe what's happened here. No, he thought he was going to miss the brown, but I bet Ding can't believe that he's still in this match now. But he is. He needs all the colours, Ding, to pinch this frame by 1 point. Got to make sure he gets the green safe. And that's pretty good. Very well played there. He's looking at hitting the cushion first, and if he catches it correctly, there's a possibility of a snooker back here. Got to be very precise with this. He's got it behind the brown. Well, it's not a snooker, but is there enough sticking out? If there is there enough sticking out to take the pot on? It's a bit of a guide if you can see enough of it. If not, just a thin one and leave the green on that baulk cushion. He's played the thin one and he's played it well. What a tense finish to this match. Just 5 minutes short of midnight. My watch might be slightly slow. I think it's near 2 minutes to midnight. Good shot. Still a good crowd left here at the Barbican, and the atmosphere is electric out there. A lot of Ding supporters, well, they thought at 5-1 he was out, and just a few minutes ago they thought he was out again. He would dearly love one colour near a cushion, but even though he leads by 24 points, you'd have to say it's all about a green ball fight, as we say. Whoever pots the green would win this frame. And if it's James, it's the match. That's pretty good. It wasn't easy. I don't know if he can see enough of this Ding. Well, if he hits it that thin, he could quite easily send the green towards the left corner pocket. He's swerving it to avoid doing that. Now, if that green passes the pink and black, he'll have a go at it. And it does. This is a bit of a chance. Because even if he pots the green and snookers himself, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's all about this green. This tough shot to get James over the line. Not quite, not quite. The blacks come to his rescue. Ding comes to the table just with a little shake of the head. He will learn so much from this match. There's a little smile there, but he still can't believe that he's not already doing his press interviews. Can Ding knock this green safe? Hit and hope. And what's the outcome? Well, this is a tough one. And the brown hasn't gone safe. If the brown had have gone safe, it would have eased the pressure a little bit for James. Boy, this would be some pot. Looking at the scoreboard, that's a little bit of tension. He knows what the score is. He's just composing himself, which tells me he's going to take this difficult green on. just a bit too pacey, but what an effort. Wow, what is that young man feeling inside? The cue ball is in such a position that Ding, you know, can't get the snooker in behind the pink. Might be able to get it behind the blue, but even then he's got to be careful. Okay with the snooker, but you've got to keep the green safe. It was tough to get the snooker behind the blue there. He had to make sure that he didn't put the green in a potable position. Now, what was he looking at there, James? Surely he wasn't looking at hitting the green off the cushion in and off the brown and play the white back up to the safety zone. No, just double the green back up the table, James. A little bit pacey though. He's hit it a bit too hard. And Ding can have a go at this. And he automatically finish on the brown. That was a little nervy one from James. Just hit it harder than he intended. He got a natural angle to take the pot on, and he will come off a couple of cushions up for the brown. That's the shot. If he gets the pot, the white will go somewhere near that line and he'll be perfect. But can he knock the green in? James gave a big sigh there. He really did. He's looking at the angle of the pot into the right corner pocket. He'll have a think to himself, and that's what he's looking at. You can see him getting in line with that. And he's thinking, well, it's not an easy safety shot. I only need one pot. Is it a tough one? Where's the green going to finish? Is the blue going to come to his rescue this time? The green's over the pocket, is it? He's got away with it again. I can tell by Ding's body language, but hang on. We were looking down the line there. Maybe he can pass the blue to chip the green in. And if he can, and he can miss the brown, he can come up and down the table, as long as he doesn't go into the colours. I wouldn't mind another look at that, but yeah, I think he can sneak that in, and I think he can get up and down the table to leave the brown, as long as he doesn't go into the black or blue. It's this time for Ding to have a little bit of good fortune, because he hasn't stuck the green. He's got a shot to put the green off the bottom side cushion and hopefully up on this cushion behind the black. Well, is he looking at the pot? It looks as if he may hit the brown, you would think. Surely he doesn't feel that he can pot this, can he? Have to be careful he doesn't hit the green and brown at the same time if he takes the pot on. I don't think he can pot that. Just send the green around the table. Brown's a little bit more difficult now. Is Ding going to have a go at this? He's got a pretty straightforward safety shot. And that's the correct shot under the circumstances. And he's got the snooker. The green just off the cushion means that a couple of options. He could swerve around the blue, and if he catches the cushion first, he could send, that's what he'd like to do, send the green back up the table, leave the white where the green is. The alternate is off the side cushion where he's got the cue there, and a similar outcome. If he catches it correctly, he can send the green back up the table. Either way, it's difficult. This is his choice. No, he's just playing to nestle onto it because of where the brown is. Just a containing shot, that. Ding plays a little thin snick. He's got the upper hand again.
Thank you.
Coming up to almost 45 minutes of a fascinating frame. The double kiss. He's just about okay. That's a tough shot into the middle pocket, and the fact that the brown's near the cushion makes it, well, a few prayers being said there. Ding supporters. What a pop.
3.
How has he knocked that green at that pace? Well, that is just incredible, because we know these middle pockets are so tight, and well, he's faced with just as difficult a shot, because he's got to play the brown with power to get up for the blue. Well, he's had the white cleaned, he's having the brown cleaned. If he can pull this off and get onto the blue, well, it'll be absolutely amazing. Well, I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing here. And if Ding wins this frame, how is James going to be feeling in the deciding frame? Well, it just shows if you just never give up. And this will be a remarkable frame for Ding to win. Probably one of the best frames that he's ever won in his career, you'd have to say. And, well, James can't believe it. Oh, he's overscrewed it.
18.
He's overscrewed it. More drama. This is far from easy. You don't get much reaction from Ding, but have a look at that. Not often you see that. A cutback. That is an amazing frame of snooker. Ding Junhui won that frame and kept himself alive in this year's UK Championship. We are all square at 5 frames all. Amazing.
I couldn't put it better myself. It's midnight, and that is an astonishing comeback. Because so many times in that frame and also the 7th frame, Ding Junhui, the official world number 3, looked down and out. We will be going back live to that deciding frame very shortly. Let's just get a deep breath though, and we will just reflect on news of Ronnie O'Sullivan. The chipped bone in his ankle seems to be mending well right now, and he's through to round 4. A quick look at how he did it. He didn't just limp through, you know. A 4-time UK champion, the Rocket faced 27-year-old Ben Wollaston of Leicester for a last 16 place. And although Ronnie claimed the first frame, Wollaston, who's ranked number 37 in the world, showed no signs of freezing on the big stage, taking a 2-1 advantage. But that was as good as it got for Wooly as Ronnie slowly started to move through the gears. A superb century, a 104 in the 6th, put O'Sullivan 4-2 ahead. And from then on, he just wasn't troubled. He went on to win 6-2, and apparently happy with the table conditions now. They've all been reclothed. He'll now take on Matthew Selt with the quarter-final spot up for grabs on Thursday.
Didn't play brilliant, but you know, a couple of frames there I was clinical, and the other frames was a bit more business-like and had to nick a couple. So yeah, not the type of form that I was playing in Champions Cup, but you know, I suppose you can't expect to play well all the time, but if you're not at your best and you can still get a few results, that's a good sign.
Seems an altogether happier chappie. Let me just tell you that the two players, Cahill and Ding, have gone out of the arena just to compose themselves before we come back in. So I can just very briefly tell you what's been going on. There's confirmation of Ronnie's results, 6-2 over Ben Wollaston. Stuart Bingham today has beaten Joel Walker, but had a real fight on his hands. He came back from 3-0 behind to beat the world 105. Mind you, Graham Dott absolutely ruthless, 6-0. It's 5-all in this one, as you know. Rod Lawler has staged a remarkable comeback to beat Mark Allen, and Joe Perry has been beaten from 5-4 up, 6-4 by Mark Davis. But we're back. Here we go. It's a final frame decider. It's almost half midnight, and this is one of the biggest moments of this young man's life. He's not even 19 yet. He's turns 19 on the 27th of December this year, and he has had the world number 3 really under pressure tonight. Well, the referee, I'm hearing, has now had to go for a new bow tie. I don't know whether it's soaked in sweat. I've absolutely no idea, but that's what I'm hearing. So there will be a slight delay whilst that happens. Ding Junhui has come back into the arena. And let me just tell you a little bit more about this man, James Cahill. Well, he's only on the tour after winning the under-21 European title last year. Well, there we are. We have a new bow tie. It's all right. Brendan is all right. This is the man, of course, who refereed the World Championship final earlier today. And he's nearly all set to go. Meanwhile, this man, as I say, is only on the tour after winning that under-21 European Championship last year. And this is by far his best performance. He's been into the last 64. That was in Australia. He won a couple of matches there at the beginning of the season. But he is pushing this man all the way. And here we go. It's come down to a one-frame shootout. Good luck to both.
Thank you, the deciding frame. James Cahill to break.
Well, what has James Cahill left in the tank after what happened in that previous frame? It's going to be a monumental performance to come back from what happened, because His opponent needed 3 snookers at one stage. We showed it a few times where he missed an easy red with a long rest. Punching it in, all he had to do was roll it in, but he never thought he could miss it. And ding. Well, some of the shots in that last frame, I mean the green that he hammered into the middle pocket, then the brown to get onto the blue. Can Ding see enough of this red? Must be tight, otherwise he'd already be down. Might be able to. He's having a look from both ends, but our camera showed you there that it was very, very tight indeed. We'll find out shortly.
One.
Still not an easy chance as we show you that dead straight pot. Push the cue through in a perfectly straight line there. But it's not easy. Those 2 reds above the black are awkward. The one along the cushion, if he leaves that, will be awkward. So he's played to leave the left one for the middle pocket.
8. Sorry.
Well, once again, into the middle pocket. You know, I mentioned about the green in the previous frame. He's hammered this in the middle pocket, and those shots are so difficult. Never seen anything like it, Steve, that last frame.
Quite amazing. To some degree, it seems as if James has sort of snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, but you've got to say what a fantastic performance by Ding Junhui for not giving up. Has he got enough of an angle to pot the red, disturb other reds in the pack?
16.
Or is it just a roll through? It's a bit shallow for that.
$17.
Would have hoped to have shifted a few reds there, but nicely controlled.
$24. $25.
Got a good angle on the black. He needs a stun into the reds rather than a screw into the reds. If he screws it, he'll stick in them, but Ding knows only too well that that's what will happen, so there's a key shot coming up early in this deciding frame.
Dear.
Not bad. He's going to have to push
32.
through the reds. Just looking to see if he could bring the pink into play there also. I mean, he can power it and he'd probably finish on the blue. But if he cannons that red, he could free the pink. So a couple of options here. Might be better just playing with a little bit more pace and make sure that you get through the reds.
What a mistake.
Ding Junhui, 32.
Just when you thought he was going to get over the line, the table turns. Concentrated so much on the pace. Look, he developed the pink. All he had to do was pot the red.
Put everything into the cannon and forgot the pot.
Oh my goodness. Now, can James Cahill control his emotions, regroup?
Well, if he can do that, Steve, after what happened to him in the previous frame, it will be quite remarkable. But the chances there.
1.
Well,
8.
has he messed it up? I think he has.
Yeah, that's the tension, isn't it? He's overscrewed that.
Now he's left with this. Oh. Oh!
9.
What a great pot. What a pot.
It's hard to describe after messing the position up to pull that one out of the fire. That was brilliant.
Well, you can see positionally he's all over the place. He didn't really play that side of the blue, but if you can knock him
12.
in like he did that last red, you don't want to be playing this with the rest, really. Well, anything could happen now, I think.
Okay. 30.
Well, he didn't roll through for the black. He's stunned for the pink, or at least that's what's happened. Perhaps a cannon onto a red. Is there an angle? No, you could just stun it. It was dead straight. Well, first things, Dennis, you know, to get back on level terms, it was a bit of a mountain to climb to get, you know, level with Ding Junhui at 32 points each after having suffered the last frame. But are we now thinking, can he go further?
Well, the way he knocked that long red in when he ran out of position, I mean, that was as good a shot as we've seen in the whole match.
19.
It's worth another look because he overscrewed his positional shot and he got down, and well, that was a little beauty that he pulled out there. Still not straightforward though. So he's just caught the red there,
20.
which makes the blue now a little awkward. It's all about keeping close control, and well, anything can happen in this deciding frame.
I must admit, I can't quite work out why he didn't play for the black there, but perhaps he was trying to get on the blue to smash into the reds? Don't quite know. Surely he could have run through for the black. Well, he's all over the place, but as long as he keeps knocking them in.
25.
That is the big question.
This is tough as well.
Wobbled a touch
26.
there, but it's safely in. But once again, he's not ideal on the blue.
Well, actually, he doesn't have a lot to do with the blue to get across on the left-hand side of the table for the red. The blue's a bit of a judgment shot. Should he play it into the yellow pocket? Is he playing the left-handed cut? It's actually, the blue's probably a little bit too narrow into the yellow pocket, but
Well, a 19-year-old fearless snooker player, if he takes this with his left hand.
oh, he split the reds. Well, he's on the red in the middle. I can't believe it.
31.
Does it pass the other
Does it
red?
pass? Yeah, it's tough.
But look at this, he hit the brown. What a shot with his left hand. He almost opened everything up, but I don't think this red, it must be very, very tight.
Well, it goes, but he hasn't got that absolute whole pocket. There's a little fraction he's missing, I think.
No.
I think it's the right part of the pocket's there. You can screw back for the black. Element of safety, perhaps? Wow. He's got to go for these two reds. He's got to play to split these reds up now. If he's got an angle. Yeah, okay, he could pot the red and get on the easy red and do it the next time, but I think it's the right time to do it. Okay.
Yeah, he only gets one chance now. If he had taken it your way, Steve, and he didn't move them, he still would have had this red. So
he's not on the black right now. He's
39.
not on the red right. Now it's not so easy from that position. You'll still have a chance at it.
40.
Now he's looking at it into the yellow pocket. Wow.
he's doing it his way.
I'm not arguing. I'm really not arguing. That's a tough pot, obviously. And that's another tough pot. He didn't really want to be there with the white ball, obviously. That just goes past the yellow.
Well, this is the one.
Big shot.
If it's tight on the cushion, it's a help.
47.
You can just drop it in, and he's just checking to see if it is, and it is. So if he hits the cushion and ball at the same time, it will cling to the cushion, but you've got to be very precise.
Well, we saw them hug into the other pocket. So as long as he sets it off right.
Well, I can tell you this young player has shown so much bottle and character after what happened in the previous frame. It's not the perfect angle to bring the two reds out. He can force the white onto the pink and reds. Key shot coming up.
Oh! That was possibly match ball.
55.
If he gets a split, he wins the frame. Amazing. He lives again. 23 points in it.
Well, he's looking at the back double, but I think the red's too close to the cushion for that.
The cross double. I mean, why not? No.
If the red was a little bit further off the cushion, yeah, but
I don't think there's really any value in playing that. Surely.
I'll be looking to get the white somewhere near the brown.
Yeah. He can't play the double.
He's looking at it.
Can't. What a shot. And there's just very little value in potting the brown now. There's very little value in potting the brown. You could even argue a safety shot here. Is he going to try and get in behind that brown?
I would like.
I don't know. Just don't know.
I would like a colour safe, but
yeah, a colour safe is great. Potting a colour, unless you can guarantee splitting the reds up, is the worst thing you could do now. He's just taking I tell you what, he's doing a sensible thing. He's just having a little think. What would you do in the club? What would you do in the club with this situation? You've got your guy on the ropes. You need a colour safe, or you play a safety shot at the same time. Green on the side cushion behind the brown.
James Cahill, 56.
well, under the circumstances, that was a magnificent effort to get that 56 points there, because Ding was in control. He looked as if he was going to win the deciding frame with one visit, and he missed a sitter of a red, and he's got to do it all again. And this, well, I mean, this is a big shot. This is virtually frame ball. He's marching around the table. I mean, this lad, after what happened, but this is far from easy as well. I mean, he's not thinking of anything else, only knocking this in, but this is tough.
One.
What a recovery this would be after the loss of the last frame. What a recovery.
I never expected this, but every credit to him. He's not over the line yet. We've seen what happened in the previous frame. Just needs the red.
Yep.
And he's having the white cleaned. Asked the referee very confidently, clean the white.
8.
I'm going through to the next round. Get that white cleaned. I'm sticking this red in the middle pocket. And Ding, well, he had a great chance, and as I say, he missed that very easy red when he concentrated on the position.
Incredible match.
Nine. Still a lot of James's supporters here. He got a great reception when he was introduced to this crowd a long time ago, about, well, over 5 hours ago. And they're still here supporting.
50.
And he's switching hands.
James Cahill, 15.
Well, Ding is going to carry on, but surely not this time. History won't repeat itself, I don't feel, in this frame.
13 penalty points he needs.
The Browns out of commission for snookers. Needs four-point penalty snookers. Ding. And when we say he needs 4 snookers, I mean, how many do you need? Because your opponent's going to hit a good percentage of them. Might be in behind the pink. Is the yellow going to go far enough? No, you can see enough of it. This definitely is the end.
Two.
And I say it again, it's a remarkable performance considering what happened in the previous frame. It really is. And look at that for a shot.
5.
Another star might be born here at the Barbican Centre this evening, because this has been a fabulous
9.
win for young James Cahill, just 19 years of age, from Blackpool. Doesn't matter about the blue.
James Cahill,
Ding comes
9.
forward.
Frame on that.
It turned out in the end to be a remarkable match, and he'll be absolutely delighted. His mother's there, and well, it's hard to describe how he's feeling, but in the end it's a big shock. He beats Ding Junhui by 6 frames to 5.
Big shock indeed. It's one of the greatest upsets we have seen in this championship's history. The world number 100. He's not even 19 years of age, and he's beaten the world number 3. A double United Kingdom champion is Ding Junhui. Extraordinary stuff at what? 20-1 in the morning, and he had a good couple of bites at the cherry. James is on his way in here. Whilst he does, I just want to bring up to date with the remaining match that you've not already seen this evening, and it's just some news in the Maguire-Williams match. Stephen Maguire, 32-year-old Scot, the world number 13, knocked in breaks of 64, 132, 90, 87 and 80. It was a commanding performance from the Scot today, and he is the man who has been really feeling under pressure, said he wasn't happy. He's beaten Mark Williams, former world champion, 6 frames to 2, and he goes through to play David Morris, who knocked out Mark Selby, of course.
Played well, played better than what obviously I have done the first 2 matches, which was good, and every time I get in the balls I seem to score quite heavy, which is always pleasing. I think that's us in the last 16 now, so now you have to play well now to get through any round, so my game's coming, I think.
And here is the man of the moment, Mr. James Cahill. Not many people knew your name before this. They blooming well do now. James, extraordinary. How did you get yourself over the line when you'd had 2 very clear-cut chances early on at 5-1 and 5-4?
To be honest, I just felt like slipping away from him. It's like the worst feeling in the world. You know, as you feel it, you're like, you know, you can feel him coming back, and you're like, all of a sudden, shots start getting harder. And I was playing a safety battle at 5-1, and I could have won at 5-1. But he played. To be fair, you know, he's very good at at that, and I felt like I competed well in that department. But after it went 5-2, then I didn't really feel like I had that much of a chance until I made 50-something to win the frame, I thought, and I was 68 ahead with 59 on, and I thought I'd won the match. You know, I missed an easy red, and I thought, oh, you know, I didn't know, you know, he could have shut me hand, I'm not sure, but he played a good safety shot, put the red in a tricky position, and then by the time I know it, I've left him a free ball. He's potted 2 outrageous things, and it's a decider by the time I know it.
It was a brilliant performance from him in that penultimate frame to force it. But what did you think to yourself? Because clearly you thought, well, this might well be all over. What did you tell yourself going into that decider, James?
To be honest with you, I just wanted to show everyone that, you know, that was my character. I don't give up, and so that's what I was just saying to myself. You know, I didn't come all this way to give up in a decider, and luckily I got my chance, and then I handled it quite well, I thought.
Can you? That's the understatement of the night, I must say. My goodness. The world number 100 beats the world number 3. Let's just pinch yourself here. Can you sum up the magnitude of this achievement in your young fledgling career?
It's a great achievement, you know. What do you say? Do you know what I mean? I just, you know, Ding's not played unbelievable there, but, you know, for me to win when it's come back like that, you know, I'm chuffed to bits, and hopefully I can keep going.
I've been telling everybody that it was only last year when you won the Under-21 Championship, the European Championship, that you got on this tour. Could you have imagined such a huge breakthrough? Because you've beaten Mark King, you've beaten Andrew Higginson, and now Ding Junhui. Why has it all suddenly come about here?
To be honest with you, you know, I quite like the big occasion, and, you know, playing in front of lots of people, you know, is what I play for. I think, you know, what everyone plays for, really. But I think, you know, I've been practicing hard, and practice does pay off. I've been, you know, learning a lot last year. You know, I didn't have the greatest seasons, but I knew what I was capable of, and, you know, it's coming off hopefully now. So.
Mark Davis, I believe, next in the last 16. You played him before?
No, the first time, I think. Not that I can think of anyway. But yeah, again, it's going to be another tough match. I'm probably going to have to play a bit better in patches. You know, I've played well there, but Ding's not played, you know, like he can. So it's going to be another tough match. You
and I were chatting before you went into the arena tonight. And you were saying that obviously this is one of the very few times that you've been on the television, and it's been online. I know your dad was watching, was he?
Yeah.
And your sister as well. But you had supporters here in the audience. Were you aware of them? How much were they helping you out there?
Oh, you know, it's hard because Ding's got such a good fan base, and you know, everyone's cheering for Ding, and, you know, luckily I've got my few supporters, so. They do help you through it, and I'm just so chuffed to win.
And your mum, of course, a very, very good snooker player in her own right, used to be one of the top women professionals.
Yeah, must be in the blood.
It must be in the blood. It's fantastic. James, we can't congratulate you enough. What a stunning victory tonight, and the manner of it was so determined and so composed. You are sure to go a long way in this game. Let's just keep it together, because you've got another big match coming soon.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to let everybody go to bed because it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. You've kept us all up very late, but we're not complaining. Well done. We're actually going to join Snooker Extra now, and it's the battle of the vegans. It's Neil Robertson, the world number 2, against Peter Ebdon. The winner gets to buy a chili non-carne. Do you see what I did there? Never mind. OK, let's join them at 1 frame apiece. We'll bid you good night.